Hello all, welcome back to Code Hub. Today let us solve the Lead Code's daily challenge, and the problem is find the town judge. In a town there are n people labeled from 1 to n. There is a rumor that one of these people is secretly the town judge, and if the town judge exists, then the town judge trusts nobody and everybody trusts the town judge. That is, a town judge will not be trusting anybody and everybody will be trusting the town judge. So hope it is clear, and there is exactly one person that satisfies the both the properties above. And how we are saying trust, you are given an array trust that is represents trust of I, which is going to be ai bi, representing the person ai will be trusting the person bi. So return the label of the town judge if the town judge exists and can be identified, or return -1. So how can we solve this problem? So what we can do is we want to say that uh, the town judge should be trusting nobody and everybody should trust the town judge. So to my observation, that town judge will be always present only in this second part, and if the town judge is present, if the town judge is presenting in this problem, and the town judge cannot be present in this first part at all, first index at all. So what we can do is we can have a set or consisting of n persons, let us say 1 2 3 4 5, and let us say if a is trusting b, that if a is trusting b, then definitely a is not going to be the town judge at all. So what we can just do is we can just remove that a from this set. If I say 1 is trusting 2, then this 1 cannot be a town judge at all, because because the property based on the property 1, town judge should not trust anybody. So we are assuming that all the persons are in this set and all the persons are trusting somebody. So if 1 is trusting 2, then 1 cannot be a town judge, and 2, if there is something like 2 is trusting 3, then 2 cannot be a town judge. And if there is something like 1 is trusting 3, then 1 is trusting town judge, and 1 is trusting this 3, and 1 cannot be a town judge. So we can just remove this 1 and 2 if it is already present in map. And at the end of the day, if the set contains only one element, then that can be a candidate. I'm not saying that this is going to be the town judge, but it can be a possible candidate, because he is not trusting anybody. The property 1 holds good, right? If there is only one person in that set, then that person is not trusting anybody, so only he is not yet removed from that set after every trust array is passed. And finally, we want to check the property 2 also holds on him. How we can check that property 2 is we can just say, we can just have a counter variable, right? We can just have a counter variable and say that 3 is trusted by 1, 3 is trusted by 2, 3 is trusted by 4, and so on. That is, every person except that person is trusting by everybody, then he's going to be the town judge. So how can we do that? We can just pass the entire trust array once again, and we can just check that possible candidate is trusting by everybody. So that is how we can just do it. So, and you are also given the constraints that the trusts are unique. So what we can just do is, if we are having a 1 trusts 3 and 2 is trusting 3, then we can increment the 3's frequency by 1 and 2. So the 3's frequency becomes 2, and at the end of the day we know that the total number of peoples are n, and I have a frequency of n minus 1, that is 3 is having a frequency of n minus 1, that is n minus 1 people is trusting this candidate 3. So that is how we can say the property 2 is also holding true. So we can just code the approach. I will just quickly code it. We can have a set, unordered set. It can be an unordered set of int st. This is going to be the, let us say it as town judge. So what I'm going to do is, for int I equals to 1, I starts from 1 and I is going to go till n, I plus plus. I'm saying all the I I'm just pushing into the town judge set. Why I'm doing it? Because I'm going to erase from that set once I found that is not going to be the town judge. So town judge dot insert of I. Now what I can just do it is I can just pass for auto every t in my trust vector, and I can say if town judge dot find of this t of 0, because t of 0 is trusting t of 1, so t of 0 cannot be a town judge at all. So if the town judge is having t of 0 is not equals to town judge dot end, then what I can just do is town judge dot erase of this t of 0. And also what I can just do is I can just have a frequency map that is going to calculate the frequency for t of 1, because at the end of the day instead of traversing for each and every array, what I can just do is I can have a map of size n, right? Frequency of size n, vector of int frequency of size n plus 1, because they have 1 based indexing and initialized to 0 initially. So if my t dot size is not equal, sorry, t dot size not, it is going to be town judge dot size. If my town judge dot size is not equals to 1, then obviously I have not found any town judge at all, return -1. And if this possible candidate, if this one candidate is going to be the town judge, then he wants to hold two properties. He should be trusted by everyone except him. So what I can just do is return return this possible candidate. The possible candidate is nothing but the first candidate. So we can say int candidate equals to town judge dot begin, and this is going to be giving me iterator, and we can just have a star here, and this is going to give the candidate's value, and we can just return frequency of this candidate is equals to n minus 1, then that candidate is going to be the town judge. So we can run the code now. Okay, it does not get accepted. Let us see what is happening. Why it is so? 1 and 2 is inserted into the town judge, and we are passing here 2's frequency is 1 and the town judge, this t of 0 is not the town judge, so I am just erasing it. Let us see whether the candidate, we are getting a correct candidate. See out candidate. Okay, we are actually having oh sorry, I'm just doing is I'm just returning true or false. I'm just getting the correct answer, but I'm just returning true or false. If this frequency of this candidate is going to be n minus 1, then we know that this candidate is going to be the town judge, so we can just return candidate, else we can just return -1 and just run our code now. Great, it gets accepted. Let us submit our code now and see whether it gets accepted or not. Great, it gets accepted. Hope you like the solution, and the time complexity for the solution will be order of n, and the space complexity will be an order of n as well. And it is a quite simple problem. I will also leave the solution code of the solution in the comments below. I will just attach the code link. Okay, let us see in tomorrow's LeetCode daily challenge. Until then, bye.